Hello, and a very warm welcome to another interesting edition of Lifelines with Mima. Thank you for joining us today. As you know, we bring to you interesting, passionate, and real stories. Today, we're going to be talking about a very delicate issue. Most of the time, we plan our lives a certain way, but it just doesn't go as planned. You know how we do it. It's going to be educative, it's going to be informative, and most of all, you are going to have to take something with you. With me now, I have the couple involved in this situation. Mr. and Mrs. Chidi, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for honoring our invitation.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
In fact, when I got your text message asking me to come to the program, I felt honored.
Oh.
You know, I've always followed your program. I'm a great fan.
Oh.
And my being here today is very special to me. In fact, I dedicate it to my children, my 2 kids at home, and my unborn child and my wife.
Oh. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Madam, hope you're doing okay.
Yes.
All right. Tea, coffee? What may we offer you?
No, thank you. That's not necessary. I'm all right.
Sure?
I'm okay. Yeah, very well.
Before we proceed, I want to ask a favor that you will please sit to my side here before we continue our discussion.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Even for me, this is difficult. I want to first of all appeal to your conscience and also beg you. What you're about to hear is really, really going to be something that will break your heart. And so I want to crave your indulgence and beg you to see how you can please remain in control. There's a lot that's happening that you don't know, but your wife has come forward now. She wants to make a confession.
Baby, what is it?
Madam.
What's wrong? Why are you crying?
Baby, my spirit is filled with sorrow, and it's killing me.
What's the problem?
I have opened the heaven. Answer you. You're too good to be treated this way.
What is the problem, babe? Talk to me.
Darling, we have 2 kids plus.
Yeah?
I'm deceiving you. The daughter you love so much is not yours.
Jesus! What?
Your best man, no.
My best man! How?
Please, sir.
How?
Please, sir. Please, sir. Please, sir. Calm down. Calm down. Please, sir.
Please!
Calm down, sir. Please, sir. Have a seat.
How?
Have a seat, sir. Please calm down.
Calm
Calm down, sir. There's more. There's more.
More
Please,
to
calm
what?
down. More.
More to what? More than this betrayal?
Please, sir. Calm down.
Jesus!
Calm down. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Very sorry, sir. Please calm down. Calm down.
My husband is the one I'm carrying in my womb.
My best man too?
No. Your father.
Jesus! I must get this woman! I must get this woman!
Take it easy. Take it easy, sir. Please, sir. Take it easy, sir. Please. Please calm down. Calm down. Calm down, sir. Calm down. I'm so sorry.
This is too much.
I'm so sorry.
No.
Please, sir. Calm
This
down.
is not a wife.
Calm down. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We'll be right back.
The pregnancy.
You see, if women want to do bad, they go to the extreme.
Yes, they do.
How can she be shooting 3 men at the same time and feel very comfortable? And the daughter is over 8 years or thereabout. She never come and confess. Now I think the evil that women do live with them.
The woman didn't do well at all for more ramification. First, your husband's best man, somebody that witnessed your wedding. What transpired between the two of you that brought the attraction in the first place? How did you do it? It's kind of very tight for me right now because I don't want to sound too judgmental because nobody's above mistake, but to our culture, this is a disgrace.
It's a taboo.
Well, as a matter of fact, this is repulsive to natural doctrine because this we're talking about the father-in-law and the best friend. This is something that shouldn't even happen because the Matrimonial Causes Act talk about laws of consanguinity and affinity, which means being in a relationship or married to somebody of who you are related to by blood or by marriage. So, of course, this is not a marriage, this is a sexual relationship, but it's just trying to show how much of an abomination this actually is. And it's terrifying that this is actually happening in real time. And two things I would want to advise. The first thing is, it seems the woman has a problem. Maybe she's a nymphomaniac, as it seems, but the issue that really touches my heart is about the kids because I feel like they are the real victims. Of course, the man is a victim, yes, but the kids here, they were given birth to without choosing the situation or the circumstances, and here they are thrown into this. My own advice to the man would be, if he can actually find a place in his heart to forgive, even if not her, but the little girl who he has come to love, care for as a father, he can even legally adopt the young girl to be his own child. No, I know there are a lot of views about adoption and all that, and the fact is, if the man thinks and actually takes some time out and discovers that there's no way he'll be able to take care of the child, that's understandable, but I think it's an option that he can try to at least think about and give some thoughts.
I beg to disagree because even as social workers, what we first of all identify is where is the safest environment for this child. Asking her to go and be adopted by this man may mean putting her life in danger, keeping her in a toxic environment. We do not know the extent of the damage, that this woman has done to this man. And some men may be so mean that he will actually adopt her and keep her, but only for a revenge mission. This is where you now hear cases of, oh, my stepfather raped me, because now he may want to take, my best friend did this to me, let me do it back to him. Do you understand? And in this case, we've not even considered the real father of the child. Is he also willing to take responsibility for his child? And if not, who is the closest relative that we may say should take care of the child until things are sorted out? Because the woman, she is probably a sex addict. We've not clinically decided that yet. There are measures you have to take, there are checks you need to do before you can certify or diagnose that kind of case. And if she's diagnosed to be an addict, then there's rehab, there's therapy, and there's a lot of treatment she needs to go through. And her pregnancy now doesn't even make it easy for her. And so there's a lot.
Let's say these children grow up together, and maybe in the course of their lives in schools, some children or maybe pupils around them get to now know how they come to be. What is going to be their fate in the future? Mockery. These children are going to undergo a lot of mockery. That, oh, you. Then this thing will go back to the mother. Only God knows how your mother did it. Do you know that the consequences, when it comes to a woman, it's heavier than that of a man? In fact, I would say that is their major work.
No, I disagree.
How would you
disagree? I question the listener right now.
I strongly, for the first time
you
in
don't
this
say that.
situation, I strongly disagree with every single thing Mrs. Elizabeth just said. You can't say a man is permitted to cheat because it's his nature. No, a man should have self-control. A woman should have self-control. And don't say it is better for a woman to commit, or it's worse for a woman to commit a crime than for a man to commit a crime. What's the equality we're talking about?
What a man can do, the women should not bother. That is an idiotic espiritu.
No.
How about?
Well, I think we're taking it the wrong way. I think she didn't mean it like that.
Okay.
Traditional, let's even take it from our traditional standpoint. Even across the world, when a man cheats, it's almost like it's okay, it's permitted, or can be easily forgiven. It's something that just happens, right? Because we believe and we medically seem to agree that men are wired to be polygamous by nature. Now, For women, it's a totally different package. This same thing now, this same situation now, if you turn the tables around and it's the man that was notorious, you will see that the punishment and the pressure is less than now that it's a woman. And I do not just use the knowledge I have from doing courses and going to school to become a therapist. I use our traditional values as Africans because some of what they teach us doesn't even tally and cannot work here. So I use that and I mix it with what I've gotten from there to look for solutions. And in this case now, we have tradition. This is an abomination and what should be done, because even if you make peace with them, you do therapy, you get out of sex addiction, traditionally she is no longer permitted to be married to that man.
Yes.
The children also stand in the balance. And so let's look at it from that angle as well. Traditionally, what will happen to such a woman if the man wants her back, or even if he does not want her back?
I think she should go for therapy because she needs to get a hold of this her libido, know it's a medical condition and get it treated, because there's a treatment for things like this. And the kids need to be given to safe hands, maybe the family of the woman, so that they care for her, because I don't think the woman is competent to take care of the kids with a behavior and personality characteristics like that. And also the man should give thought to if he can possibly take the daughter, but if in all good faith he knows he cannot, please he shouldn't.
Okay, all right, there you have it. It's a complicated one. I'm so sorry, sir. I just cannot apologize to you enough. I cannot beg you enough. You know, this is just too much, and I am so sorry. I recognize your pain. I don't trivialize your pain at all. Madam, do you have anything else to say before we continue?
Yes. Honestly, the devil used me. My conscience is killing me. Your father was responsible for this. He promised to kill me or if I remove the pregnancy. What do you expect me to do? Now he's dead. My conscience is killing me. Baby, I know you will leave me, but please, one thing I beg of you, please forgive me. Your forgiveness is all I need, please.
But the truth must be said. Madam, this is unheard of. This is terrible, and I even lack the words to describe what this means. Traditionally, as Africans, we have culture and tradition that forbids this kind of thing. Because we need to treat that as well, we're going to be inviting an elder from your part of the country who would be coming to teach us what it will require to do some cleansing and help you come out of this very messy situation. You would also need psychotherapy because this is going to be really hard with the pregnancy, going through a divorce. There's no excuse, madam, for what you have done. But I know you are human, and so I don't judge people, but it's just too painful and it's really terrible. And this is why I preach against talking to people. Many people go through stuff and they say, oh, I don't want an outsider involved. I don't want a third party involved. Sometimes what you need is somebody that will speak sense into you, somebody that will tell you the truth and stop you from making certain terrible mistakes. I know, there are so many things that may have happened. She may have been threatened, and all of that. But unfortunately, your husband is the one that has to suffer this situation. Sir, please, I need to beg you. I know that you need time, to be able to forgive this. But you see, forgiveness is not for the other person alone. It is just to remove the burden from your own heart so that you can find closure and move on with your life. I am so, so sorry. Of course, I'll stand by you. If there's anything I can do to help, I will ensure that I help you. Then again, we now have one child between the two of you. So no matter what happens, we need to find a way that you both can co-parent and help that one. I know that, it doesn't, but this child is innocent. And as far as we know, the middle child is still yours. I'm so sorry, sir. I really feel your pain, and I apologize for everything that you have had to hear today. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm sorry. If you're just joining us, it's Lifelines with Mima. With me now, I have an honorable person. I'm privileged to introduce to you His Royal Highness Igwe Dr. Tobias Obechina, the Eze-Igbo one of Wawa Kingdom, Ikukoma na Abuja. Welcome, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, sir. Welcome, sir. You know, we are Africans, and we have tradition, we have culture, we have values, and the things that guide us. Coming together now from a cultural perspective, how did our elders handle this in their days, and what is it like right now? That's why we have Igwe with us to give us insights and educate us. Please, sir. Thank you for coming once again.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. So we have this case on our hands where a young woman was pregnant for her husband's father. She also had a child with his best man. And now, traditionally, we would like to know, when a woman does this, what happens to her and what can be done about the situation?
You see, a woman who, instead of her husband, start having affairs with somebody other than her husband, whether her husband's father, best man, and the rest, as you said,
Yes, sir.
is very, very bad and is not acceptable in our society.
Yes.
Although in Nigeria there are different cultures, especially in Igbo land, even within Igbo area, you have people from different areas.
Yeah.
But where a woman does that, in most cultures, that woman is sent home to his
Back
parents.
to her,
Yes.
back to her parents.
Yes.
Okay. So is there no form of like spiritual cleansing? Maybe if the man is willing to forgive her and take her back.
Okay. Still, it varies with cultures. There's areas where it is difficult to do that, but in areas where you can do that, if the husband decides to forgive the wife, first of all, they will send that woman home.
Okay.
Then, when the husband say, "Oh, I so love this woman, I want whatever, because let it be gone," then they will ask the husband that the woman has to do some sacrifice.
Okay.
That's in most occasions, in most traditions. They have to take that one to their shrine,
Okay.
or where they believe they have their gods. The woman will be meant to take an oath and drink.
Wow.
Then after that, they will naked her. She will go around the market.
Wow.
And after that,
Wow.
if it pleases the husband truly to forgive, she will say she has forgiven. And that stands.
Wow.
But in some other cultures, let's say around Nsoka, Enugu area, it is more than this. Because one, you see, sometimes in some places, sometimes a woman can do this and hide it.
Yes.
If she's able to hide it, or the husband may even know, they will hide it within themselves. And it goes. But there are some areas you cannot, even if the husband knew and tried to hide that, the husband will die.
Wow.
And if the woman do it secretly without the husband knowing, she will get mad.
Wow.
So the only way is that she must confess to the husband. And if the husband decides to forgive, they will first of all send her home. And when the person is at home, and the husband appeal to them that they want to forgive, they now follow that process of
Yes, of the
yes,
ritual.
of ritual.
Yes. Wow. Okay. So how about a man that has gone to lie with his son's wife? Traditionally, what is done to such people?
You know, in our society, I don't know, both in the olden days, the society is just too silent about what happens to a man. Do you understand? I think the thing is more of on women. I think the man will just go with his shame.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any specified punishment for him. But he will go with the shame that he did this and will lose the honor before his son and the wife probably.
So when you marry into this culture, is there like a spiritual exercise that is done, like a young bride now, for example, that is marrying into a family that has those kind of traditions? Is there an initiation ceremony?
It depends on areas. Like in my own particular area, I don't think the reason is very, very silent. You don't even realize that it's just you control your wild behavior. If you see, you don't even talk. In my own area, that's Achioji River, there's no much. If you see, and you know the society is changing.
Yes.
Right now, as we are born, the culture is changing highly. But going by the old tradition, sometimes something will happen to you, so you'll be forced to confess. But in areas where the thing is so strict, before a woman gets, like if you go to those Enugu Ezike, they will tell you all that will happen to you if you do that. Especially when you are coming from outside, you don't know the tradition. They will tell you the implications. And you'll be asked to eat a particular food, which is a kind of vow that you will keep to this. So if you then do out of it, it happens as they say.
Okay. Any last words for us, sir, before, any advice for this couple that is dealing with this situation before we go?
Anyway, you see, most couples that go into that, let me be frank with you, they don't knowingly do it. And in most occasions, after that, they start regretting. So, but the advice that they should always try to guide themselves. Even if there's no tradition attached to it, my advice is that the woman should try to control themselves. And the tradition too, there is a little distance. Because when you make a law and the law is only on the woman's side, it's still not too good. The tradition too, the modern society should look into it and adjust, and then have a way of telling the man, don't do this. If you do this, this thing will happen. Because you see, I see it like this in the olden days. The lawmakers are mainly the man. Women is not allowed to go close to where the laws are made. And because of that, those laws, nobody defends them. But in the present day, I still said, those laws can be changed. Because the deities we are following, it is normally the agreement of those our forefathers who agree and pass this thing. This deity, this is what we agree. Guide us by this. And the spirit or whatever, this is guiding them like that. And it is holding on. So if the present day leaders, if the youth or the whole population should come and use one mouth and say, we don't agree with this thing again, it can still go. So my advice, they should look into those ones that are too bad and too harsh for human coexistence. And look into it and then make a meeting with the chief divas of the area and in one voice say, this is our stand.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. It was an honor having you. Thank you.
Please, thank you.
Thank you. There you have it. I apologize because I have also found myself in a bad mood today. In life, so many things could go wrong at a time. The worst thing you can do to yourself and others would be to be selfish to the point that you fail to realize how your actions can affect other people. And many of us carry secrets, we carry burdens, we carry a heavy heart. It is high time that you seek professional help. It doesn't have to be spiritual. There are people like myself that have been trained to help you through such difficult situations. Because you know what? Everything about the human body starts from your mind. For every time you are tempted and every mistake you make, if it's not addressed, it goes a long way. And I tell you, even spiritually, so many things we do, we forget our culture as Africans. Spiritually, there's so much that can go wrong when a woman steps out of line. Worst of all, sleeps with her own husband's father, and she's even pregnant for him. The world is coming to an end, as they say, because we are hearing tales that sound impossible. From all of us here, and until we see you next time, please remember that you don't need to go through life's issues alone. You know why? Mima cares.